Flip TV Plus.
No consensus with federal government to suspend strike, says NLC. Afenifere asks Obasanjo to apologize to monarchs. Obaseki accepts Shaibu'S apology. Aggrieved workers lock Governor Umahi inside his office. Ministry of Labour debunks rumor of Tinubu's plan to announce new minimum wage. Yaba Ojo Tontodike go casket shopping for Mohbad's funeral. United States soldier Travis King released after months in North Korea detention. Now the news. The Nigerian Labour Congress has said that it does not have any consensus with the federal government to shelve its planned strike. NLC's head of Information and Public Affairs, Benson Okwa, said this in a recent statement. Countering a statement by the Ministry of Labour and Employment, Mr. Opa also said the NLC did not have any dates for a meeting with the government that may lead to the suspension of the proposed strike. The NLC also faulted the position of the Ministry of Labour and Employment on the leadership of the National Union of Road Transport Workers. Recently, Senator Orji Uzor Kalu in a video pleaded with the Nigerian Labour Congress to reconsider the planned strike set to kick off on October 3.
I'm once again appealing to the Nigerian Labour Congress to see reason with the people of Nigeria, not even with government. They are thinking that President Tinubu and the cabinet are owners of Nigeria. The answer is no. Nigeria belongs to all of us, including President Tinubu. I plead with them not to go to this strike like I pleaded with them before. Please, the issue of going to strike, the budget is coming. Workers' salary will be reviewed. It's a question of a few more weeks, months, where we'll make sure that Nigerian budget will be going in front of where workers' salary will be looked into. Because President Tinubu is not going to manufacture money without appropriation to do anything. I'm sure in the next 6 weeks, 8 weeks, the budget will be before the National Assembly. And workers should take it for granted that the President will work out the details of how to set up back the monuments of all levels of workers. Please, because of the sake of our people, they are Nigerians who are only eating because they are laborers. If there is strike, they cannot feed. If there is unrest, they cannot feed. Moreover, I want to plead to the 36 governors to see reasons. The palliative is not a party matter. Both APC, PDP, Labour, APGA, and all the rest of them. The palliative is for Nigerian people. Do not share this thing through party structures. I'm hearing that many governors are sharing this palliative through party structures. It's not the right thing to do. Everything we should do is about Nigerian people, not about party. Party are just fraction of people. Please, I hope that Nigerian Labour Congress will see reason and find time to reconsider not going into strike next week, because it's going to hurt the economy so much. The manufacturers, the stock exchange, all the market, the truck pushers, everybody will be in a mess. So please, see reasons. Just a question of a few more weeks. We will be your apostle. I will be your apostle during budget hearing, and we will make sure that we will consider what is good. Thank you very much.
In other news, the Yoruba socio-cultural group Afenifere has asked former President Olusegun Obasanjo to apologize to the Oyo traditional rulers. On September 15, Obasanjo ordered some traditional rulers to stand up and greet him during the commissioning of a road project in Oyo State. The former president's action has caused a stir among Nigerians, with many criticizing Obasanjo, accusing him of ridiculing the nation's traditional institution. In a statement on Wednesday, Afenifere described Obasanjo's action as shocking, saying the former president acted like a military commander giving orders to his troops.
Afenifere consider this very, very much out of the courtesy, the tradition and respect that we ought to give the traditional institutions. And for that reason, the meeting today resolved that it calls on former President Olusegun Obasanjo to offer public apology.
Sought Obas and asked us to stand up for chairmen of councils who are our children.
When they want election, they come and see us so we can talk to our people to support them. We respect our governors, we respect our president, but there should be protocol respect for the traditional authorities. It's not the person.
Speaking of, Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki has accepted the apology issued by his deputy Philip Shaibu'S, saying to err is human, but forgiving is divine. Both leaders have been at loggerheads over Shaibu'S ambition to govern the oil-rich state. Last week, the deputy governor begged his principal for forgiveness over their political differences. A week later, the governor, in a statement he personally signed, described as unwarranted provocations the petition signed by his deputy restraining him and security agencies from beginning impeachment proceedings. He also described the purported impeachment as non-existent, saying he is under obligation to accept the apology. The governor said in good faith he trusts that the public apology as expressed by Shaibu'S is genuine and followed by contract steps to improve his conflict resolution skills. Meanwhile, protesting workers of the Federal Ministry of Works on Thursday locked Minister David Umahi inside his office over alleged high-handedness. Umahi was said to have denied workers who came to work late to work access to the ministry. According to reports, the protesters, who are union members comprising the Housing and Works Ministry, locked the ministry, blocking entry and exit and preventing the minister from leaving the office. The minister was also accused of breaking public service rules since his appointment by stopping engineers and directors from doing their work and bringing in consultants to run the affairs of the ministry. In another report, the Ministry of Labour has described as false and misleading reports claiming President Bola Ahmed Tinubu would announce a new minimum wage for Nigerian workers on Independence Day, October 1. In a statement released by Olajide Oshudun, Director of Press and Public Relations in the Ministry of Labour on Wednesday, September 28, urged members of the public to ignore the report as it is a total fabrication of an interview by the reporter to suit the narrative of the interest best known to the newspaper. Olajide Oshudun, in the statement, added that for the benefit of doubt, it is important to stress that the Director of Information at the Ministry does not speak for the President. The Director stated that it was also not involved in writing the speech for the President to warrant him making any categorical statement on its content. On Mohbad update, Nollywood actresses Shaibu'S and Tonto have come under fire from Nigerians who call them out as clout chasers for their recent actions. Tonto and Shaibu'S were seen in a video recording themselves while buying new caskets for the burial of Nigerian musician Mohbad. Recall how many people complained that the false casket in which Mohbad was interred was too small during the deliberations about his funeral. The incident has sparked a heated debate on social media, with many criticizing them for carrying their cameras along while doing a commendable work.
I love this color as well. Oh my God. Great. Let's go. Silver. Oh my God. Imole. This is my daddy. Imole.
Me, I feel like Imole should be white casket. But to represent his name,
I also like to be like lights around this casket. Like
but which electricity will take on that one?
LED lights, yes, yeah. LED lights,
With battery.
With the LEDs, yes.
But they cannot bury me with light though.
No, they'll put it in.
When the battery dies,
They won't open it again now.
There's something I saw. No, put it. There's something that is casket here. Right. There's this casket. See, that's my sister from my
okay, that one.
She did something. This casket was spinning inside the whole thing, like it was so beautiful. Yes.
Imole.
And I saw it downstairs.
Imole, they said we should light you to heaven.
We light you up.
Light you up.
The red light.
This is so beautiful.
Finally, on the news, American soldier Travis King returned to the United States soil on Thursday, September 28, for the first time since being detained by North Korean authorities in July. King has been held by North Korean authorities since July 18 when he intentionally crossed into the demilitarized zone between North and South Korea. King spent 71 days in North Korean custody. The North Korean government announced Wednesday that it decided to expel United States Army Private Travis King, returning him to U.S. custody. He was initially taken to China and then flown to the United States following an initial medical exam. On Thursday morning, a military flight carrying King landed at Joint Base San Antonio Fort Sam, Houston, United States. During King's detainment, United States officials were not allowed to communicate with him or inquire about why he crossed into North Korea in the first place. Last month, North Korean state media reported King decided to cross into the totalitarian country because of inhuman maltreatment and racial discrimination within the United States Army. Thanks for joining our news broadcast. Subscribe on our channel for latest updates. Okpeyemi Olugbemi reporting for Flip TV Plus.